Good morning, 4:32 a.m. here. Daylight saving time. That means it's 4:33 a.m. That means it's 3:33 a.m. Triple three. Yeah, I know. I'm old and I show the same records over and over again. I don't buy any records. I'm a pensioner. Um, so that's that. But after seeing so many of these bloody box sets and things and that ghastly coloured vinyl, oh God, people have just been taken for a bloody ride, I'm telling you. I'm an old guy, I know these things. They're being taken for a ride. It's just junk. Bloody Bob Dylan 1980s box sets, for Christ's sake. Oh, give me a break. That guy made 3 good albums. That's it. You know? Just forget it. Bringing it all back home. Highway 61 revisited and Blonde on Blonde. That's all you need. 3 brilliant albums. And that's it, you know. And a best of for the earlier stuff. And nothing after, well, anyway. I will always, always, always praise Sixto Rodriguez. Probably Cisco or something in Mexican, but this guy, man, just love him so much. You know, fuck Bob Dylan. This guy is what Bob Dylan never was. This guy really does have a social conscience. He's a nice guy, great, you know, folky songwriter, but also really nasty, vicious sort of stuff too, aimed at the man and the corporations. No, this guy is much better than Bob Dylan. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. This is a reissue from Light in the Attic. 10 years ago. I've shown this before and I'll probably show it again. But I'm an evangelist. It's like with James Blood Ulmer. You know, I'm always trying to convert people to things that I think are worthy. This is a beautiful, beautiful presentation. Just so good. This is what a reissue is all about. Look at that. Beautiful. Feels like 200 gram vinyl. It's very heavy. Yes, that nonsense, that wonderful Waiting for Sugar Man documentary brought him some well-deserved fame late in life, and that's going back quite a while now too. But all that nonsense about he was only famous in South Africa is absolute garbage. Total nonsense. He was very popular in Australia and New Zealand. He toured here. When everyone's saying, oh, he disappeared, it's just not true. He toured here. And, yep, he got a lot of radio play. And that's Light in the Attic. Now, Cold Fact is his best album. And I've got it on CD reissued, and it sounds terrific for all CD haters out there. This is 200 gram. Wow, bloody heavy. If it wasn't for CDs, no. I mean, a lot of the stuff you couldn't, you know, a lot of the stuff you just couldn't get. A lot of my collector's items, particularly my 45s that were worth like You know, I'm not a flipper. I've never sold a record to anyone. I never will. I've had to sell them off, collections and things, but it was, I just don't believe in that, but a lot of my super collectibles that I got for like 5 cents or whatever, and then their value was like $400, and that was a thrill. I've got that particular one of those. Still have, and I was toying with getting on the Discogs and eBay and selling it, and I thought no, because that was like something 40 years ago. This little kid was just about to pick this 45 up EP, and an instinct told me get it. I just knew, as an old vinyl hunter going back way back, decades. I just grabbed it out of his hand, little kid. Yes, it was the Roger the Engineer EP by the Yardbirds. Very, very. At the time, it was the rare, the most collectible, or one of the most collectible extended plays. I'm talking back in the 1980s here. This was a record from the 1960s. 5 cents. It went up about as high as $800 at one stage. This is back in the days when you went into auctions where you actually had to, you'd get a thing in the mail and you'd go through and tick the ones and put your bid and send it off. It was exciting. You never knew what was going to happen. There was no internet, no nothing. It was just, and I used to love those, and I got some really good stuff off some really good sellers. I'd offer a pretty high price, and I would win it. For instance, I offered $70 for a particular Trogs. Was No, it wasn't a Trogs. The Throb, Australian band, Black, their classic Psych single, and the seller, said, yes, you've won, but I'll only charge you 35. So I got it for half price because it had a lot of hairline scratches on it, but they're only surface. They have zero effect on sound quality. It just, to the average punter, they go, oh, it's no good. It's got scratches. Bullshit. 45s can be absolutely covered in scratches, and they still sound perfect. That's the good old 45. Yeah, I've done this before, and look, it comes with some nice information regarding him and this album. This album is slightly overshadowed by Cold Fact, but here's the track listing: Climb Up on My Music, A Most Disgusting Song, I Think of You and Silver Words, Heike's Suburbia Bus Tour, Sandra Van Lullaby, Lifestyles, To Whom It May Concern, It Started Out So Nice, Halfway Up the Stairs, and Cause. It doesn't have standout commercial tracks like Sugar Man, which was a big hit in Australia, regardless of what that. It's an excellent documentary, don't get me wrong. I'm glad someone went to a hell of a lot of trouble to track him down. It's a great documentary. I'm really, really taking my hat off to him. But this nonsense about it was, yes, he did have a big impact on and helping bring down apartheid in South Africa. He was one of many that helped bring that about. But the thing is, they went on about as if, and the beautiful thing is it comes a beautiful little 45. Can't Get Away and Street Boy. Street Boy's a good one. So, this one's, a bit under the radar, but it's worthy, very worthy indeed. So, I don't know if he made they probably released 1 million albums in the last 10 years from Rodriguez, and they're probably not worth buying because they just outtakes. But Cold Fact is absolutely essential. No arguments there. Every track, every single track is a winner. Plus, it's the bonus of that guy on guitar on a couple of tracks that used to play on the Temptations records, like Ball of Confusion. When the Temptations, my favourite black group from the 60s, were going through their psychedelic period, I always wondered, who's this on guitar? And he was the only white guy. He was a white guy, playing sort of wah-wah psychedelic guitar, masterful stuff. He's on a couple of tracks on Cold Fact. So this one's a bit more, it's not as commercial, I suppose you would say, but I highly recommend it. Essential, actually. If you like Cold Fact and you haven't got this, you must get this. You must. Far more important than that bloody Bob Dylan. Anyway, see ya.